She posted, saying yes to the dress. Ring, we weren't engaged. I commented, wrong tag, with a screenshot of my breakup text from that morning. Her 400 congratulations comments turned to condolences. Original post. 29 male. Honestly can't believe this is my life right now. Yesterday morning, I broke up with my girlfriend Rachel, 27, after 3.5 years together. By noon, she was announcing our engagement on social media. The delusion is off the charts. Let me back up. Rachel and I met at a friend's barbecue. She was charming, funny, beautiful. We clicked instantly. First year was amazing. We traveled, laughed constantly, had similar life goals. Or so I thought. Around year 2, things started getting weird. She dropped hints about marriage constantly. Which, fine, we're adults, that conversation's normal. But when I said I wanted to wait until we were both more financially stable, I'm an electrician, she's a part-time yoga instructor, she'd get this look. Not angry, just calculating. 6 months ago, she started planning our wedding. Like actually planning. Pinterest boards, venue research, dress shopping with her friends. We weren't engaged. I told her explicitly, Rachel, I'm not ready for marriage yet. Maybe in a couple years when I finish getting my contractor's license and we have savings. Her response? Oh, I'm just browsing for fun. It's every girl's dream to plan her wedding. Red flag parade. But I stupidly thought she was just enthusiastic about the future. Last month, I found out she'd put deposits down on 3 venues. With what money? She'd borrowed my credit card while I was sleeping and put down $500 at each place as a placeholder. When I confronted her, she cried and said she was just excited and wanted to lock in good prices for when we're ready. I should have ended it then, but she promised to cancel them and get refunds. Spoiler, she didn't. Then came Tuesday. I got home from work to find wedding magazines all over our apartment. Her laptop opened to a seating chart with both our families' names. And, this is the kicker, a men's wedding band on my nightstand with a note. Tried on. Red heart. That was it. I slept on the couch. And yesterday morning, Wednesday, at 7:23 a.m., I sent her this text. Rachel, I can't do this anymore. You're not listening to me about marriage. You're steamrolling my boundaries and planning a wedding I haven't agreed to. We're done. I'll stay at my brother's place. Please be moved out by Sunday. I'll cover your portion of this month's rent, but that's it. She read it at 7:31 a.m. No response. I went to work, turned my phone on silent, tried to focus on rewiring a kitchen. Around lunch, my phone started blowing up. Like 50+ notifications in 10 minutes. I open Instagram, and there it is. Rachel, in a white dress at a bridal shop, holding champagne, surrounded by her friends. Caption, said yes to the dress. Ring bride with veil, can't wait to marry my soulmate, at my handle. June 2025, here we come. Hashtag engage, hashtag bride to be, hashtag summer wedding. 400 comments. All congratulations. My brother texted, congrats? When did this happen? My mom, why didn't you tell me you proposed? My boss, take the afternoon off to celebrate, buddy. I sat in my truck for 5 minutes, just staring at the screen. Then I did what any rational person would do. I commented, wrong tag. We're not engaged, and attached a screenshot of my breakup text from that morning. Then I grabbed popcorn and watched the chaos unfold. Update 1, 6 hours later. Holy hell, the aftermath was immediate. Within 2 minutes, Rachel called me 23 times. I didn't answer. Her text came in rapid fire. Take that down now. This is humiliating. How could you do this to me? It was a joke. I was just excited about maybe getting engaged. You're ruining everything. My grandmother saw that. Delete it now, or I'm calling a lawyer. A lawyer? For what? Telling the truth? The comments section turned into a bloodbath. Half her friends were deleting their congratulations. The other half were attacking me for airing dirty laundry. Some highlights. Her best friend Megan. Wow, real mature, putting her on blast like that. My cousin. Maybe she shouldn't have lied about being engaged then. Random co-worker of hers. This is abusive behavior. Publicly humiliating her. Classic narcissist. My buddy from high school. Bro's fighting for his life in these comments skull. But the best part? People started sharing screenshots of other times Rachel had done this. Apparently, she'd been telling people we were engaged for weeks. Her hairdresser, her dentist, the barista at her coffee shop. They all thought we were planning a wedding. Her mom called me. I actually answered this one because Elizabeth had always been reasonable. Daniel, she sighed. What happened? I explained everything. The secret venue deposits, the ring she bought me, the wedding planning despite my clear boundaries. Long pause. Then, that sounds like Rachel. I'm sorry, honey. She's always been a bit optimistic about reality. Optimistic? She announced a fake engagement. I know. Her dad and I'll talk to her. You're a good man, Daniel. You deserve better. At least someone in that family has sense. Update 2, Thursday next day. Woke up to find Rachel had doubled down. New Instagram post. A long, tearful video about how I misunderstood and overreacted, and how she was just manifesting our future together. Daniel and I have been together for almost 4 years, she sobbed to the camera. I thought we were on the same page. I guess a man just can't handle a woman who knows what she wants. The comments were full of support for her. Men are trash. He doesn't deserve you, queen. Dodged a bullet, girl. Then she dropped the bomb. I'm keeping the venues I booked. If he doesn't want to marry me, I'll find someone who will. Applications open, boys. Face-blowing kiss. I started getting DMs from random dudes asking if she was really single now, and saying things like, I'll treat you better than he did. But then my brother, God bless him, did some digging. Turns out, this isn't Rachel's first rodeo. He found a Reddit post from 2 years ago on a wedding shaming sub. Some poor bastard named Kyle telling an almost identical story. Girlfriend announced fake engagement. He called her out. She played victim. The girlfriend's name? Rachel. The timeline matched up to right before we met. I screenshotted it and sent it to Elizabeth, her mom. Response: oh dear, we'll handle this. Then things got really weird. Rachel showed up at my work. In a wedding dress. An actual wedding dress. Not the one from the shop. She bought it. She stood in the parking lot as me and my crew were heading to lunch, crying and begging me to stop ruining our love story. My boss, Tony, who's been like a father to me, walked over to her. Ma'am, this is a construction site. You need to leave. Not until Daniel apologizes and takes me back. We're meant to be together. Ma'am, you're trespassing. I'm calling the police. She left, but not before screaming that I'd regret this and that she was the best thing that ever happened to me. The guys roasted me for hours. Yo, Danny, your girl really showed up in a wedding dress. Bro dodged a nuclear missile, not a bullet. Update 3, Friday. Rachel's escalation reached new heights. I woke up to find she'd created a wedding website with our names and our story completely fabricated. According to her, I proposed in Paris. I've never been to Paris. In a registry, people had already bought gifts. $3,000 worth of items had been purchased. Kitchen appliances, bedding, honeymoon fund donations. She was literally scamming people. I immediately posted on my social media. There's no wedding. Rachel and I are not together. If you sent gifts or money, please request refunds immediately. Any wedding website or registry is fraudulent. My phone rang. Rachel's dad, Robert. Son, I'm returning from a business trip early to deal with this. I'm sorry for what our daughter is putting you through. We've canceled the credit card she has access to and frozen her accounts. Elizabeth found receipts. She spent $15,000 on wedding stuff in the past month. $15,000? Where did she get that? She took out loans. In her own name, thank God, not yours. Well, we're getting her help. An hour later, Rachel posted another video. This time, she claimed I was financially abusing her by forcing her to pay for our wedding alone and then abandoning her with the debt. That's when I decided to go nuclear. Update 4, Friday evening. I compiled everything. Every text where I said I wasn't ready for marriage. Every screenshot of her admitting she used my card without permission. The Reddit post about her ex Kyle. Bank statements showing she'd never contributed to rent. I'd been covering it all, despite our agreement to split. 3 years of evidence that this woman was delusional. I made my own video. Hey everyone, since Rachel wants to make this public, let's be public. Here's the truth with receipts. I went through everything chronologically, showed the texts, the bank statements, the dates proving we were never engaged. Even included a recording I'd made, legal in my state, of her admitting she knew I'd come around eventually about marriage, and that's why she was planning everything without me. But the killing blow? Kyle, her ex, commented on my video. Dude, same thing happened to me in 2021. She announced our engagement at her sister's wedding. We'd been dating 4 months. She told everyone I proposed. I had to stand up at the reception and tell 200 people we weren't actually engaged. She filed a restraining order against me claiming I was harassing her. It took $5,000 in legal fees to clear my name. Run. Within an hour, 3 of the guys came forward. Same story. Rachel would date them, fabricate an engagement, publicly humiliate them when they pushed back, then play victim. The comments turned hard. This girl needs therapy. She's done this 5 times. Someone check on her. This isn't normal. Bro documented better than the FBI skull. Update 5 Saturday. Rachel's family intervened. Elizabeth called me, crying. Daniel, we found her journal. She's been planning this since your second date. There are drawings of wedding dresses with your last name. Guest lists. She wrote about making you propose by December. This is beyond what we thought. They were taking her to a psychiatric facility for evaluation. Apparently, this was a pattern that started in high school. She convinced her entire senior class she was dating a guy who didn't even know her name. But Rachel wasn't going quietly. Before they took her phone, she managed one final post, a photo of us from last Christmas, heavily filtered with the caption, "True love always wins." Daniel just needs time to realize what he's lost. I'll wait for you, baby. Ring. She tagged my entire family. My boss. My ex-girlfriend from college. My dentist, somehow. My mom called. Honey, I'm filing a harassment report. This has to stop. Then the real kicker, one of the venues called me. Mr. Thompson, we have a wedding scheduled for you in June 2025. The balance of $8,500 is due. There's no wedding. Please cancel everything. We can't without the bride's signature. She's the primary on the contract. She used my credit card without permission to pay the deposit. Oh, well, we'll call you back. They didn't call back. They called the police. Fraud charges were being considered. Update 6, Sunday, 1 week later. It's been a week since I sent that breakup text. Rachel's been in psychiatric hold for 72 hours. Then her parents took her home. I've had to file a restraining order after she created fake dating profiles for me on various sites, all saying I was looking for a wife who appreciates grand gestures. The venue drama sorted itself out. They're pressing charges for fraud since she used my card without authorization. The other victims, Kyle and the other guys, are considering a civil suit for emotional distress and defamation. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Rachel's sister Nicole reached out. She's been married for 5 years and wanted to meet for coffee. I agreed, bringing my brother as backup. Daniel, I need to tell you something. Rachel's been obsessed with my wedding since it happened. She's recreated every detail in her plans for yours. Same venues I considered, same dress designer, same color scheme. She even tried to hire my photographer. That's creepy but not surprising at this point. There's more. She told me 3 months ago that she was pregnant with your child. I spit out my coffee. What? We haven't had sex in 6 months. She said she wanted to wait until marriage to be intimate again. Yeah, I figured. But she bought a fake pregnancy belly online. She was going to surprise you with it to force a proposal. My brother looked at me. Bro, you didn't dodge a bullet. You dodged a whole military arsenal. Nicole slid me a folder. These are screenshots from her group chat with her friends. They all knew the engagement was fake. They were coaching her on how to manifest you into proposing. Megan even suggested she baby trap you. Every single one of those friends who attacked me in the comments knew she was lying. I posted Nicole's screenshots. The group chat messages were damning. Megan, just announce it, girl. They'll be too embarrassed to deny it publicly. Rachel, you think? What if he gets mad? Other friend, men always cave to public pressure. Trust. Rachel, buying the dress tomorrow. Once he sees me in it, he'll understand we're meant to be. Megan's boyfriend dumped her within an hour of seeing the posts. Apparently, he didn't know she was capable of this level of manipulation. Final update, 2 weeks later. It's been 2 weeks since the breakup text. Here's where everyone stands. Rachel, currently in outpatient therapy and facing fraud charges for the credit card situation. Her parents are requiring her to live with them and have limited her internet access. She sent one letter through her lawyer offering to forgive me if I dropped the charges and agreed to couples counseling. My lawyer's response was basically LOL no. Her parents, absolutely mortified but handling it well. They're paying back everyone who bought gifts, covering the venue deposits, and have been nothing but apologetic. Robert even offered to pay for my therapy. I declined but appreciated the gesture. Her friends. The group chat leak destroyed her friend group. 2 of them reached out to apologize to me, saying they got caught up in Rachel's fantasy and realized now they enabled something seriously wrong. Megan's still defending her, but nobody's listening. The legal stuff. Fraud charges are moving forward for the unauthorized credit card use. 3 venues are pursuing her for false contracts. Kyle and 2 other exes are filing a joint civil suit. I have a 2-year restraining order. I'm okay. It's been a mind, not gonna lie. Started therapy to process all this. My boss gave me a raise and a week off to deal with the legal stuff. The guys at work have been surprisingly supportive, even if they still joke about the wedding dress incident. The apartment feels weird now. I'm looking for a new place, fresh start, and all that. My brother suggested I write a book about this. My ex faked our engagement. A cautionary tale does have a ring to it. Dating's off the table for a while. Trust issues are real after this, but my therapist says that's normal and healthy. Take time to reset your normal meter, she said. Oh, and remember those 3 venues she put deposits on? One of them called yesterday. They felt so bad about the situation that they offer me their venue for free if I ever do get married. Just not to her, the event coordinator said. We both laughed. The dress shop where she did the yes to the dress photo shoot, they've implemented a new policy. No photos and dresses unless you've actually purchased. They're calling it the Rachel rule. Looking back, the red flags were everywhere. The way she'd introduce me as her future husband instead of boyfriend. How she'd already named our hypothetical kids. The fact that she'd cry whenever we passed a jewelry store. I just thought she was enthusiastic about our future. Turns out she was living in a completely different reality. The saddest part? If she'd just respected my timeline, we might have gotten married eventually. I did love her, but the person I loved didn't really exist. It was a character she was playing while living in her fantasy world. To anyone reading this, trust your gut. If someone's not respecting your boundaries, that's not love. If they're planning your future without your input, that's not partnership. And if they announce a fake engagement on social media, run. Run fast, run far, and don't look back. I'm keeping the screenshots, though. For the book. Edit, since everyone's asking. Yes, I got tested for STDs. All clear. And no, she wasn't actually pregnant. The fake belly was still in its Amazon package in her closet. The invoice showed she bought it the day before I found the wedding magazines. The timeline of her crazy is genuinely impressive. Edit 2. Kyle reached out again. We're starting a support group for Rachel survivors. Currently 5 members. We meet for beer and therapy horror stories once a month. It's weirdly therapeutic. Edit 3. My mom wants everyone to know she never liked Rachel anyway. Something about her eyes, she says. Thanks for the hindsight, Mom.